Greetings. First and foremost, Holy Spirit, casting away all dark energies sent to harm or disturb me, my loved ones, and you. So the message right now is things are heating up right now in the astral realm. Okay, you're definitely going through a breakthrough. There's definitely something new happening for you. Okay, so for someone, you definitely could be feeling a little bit exhausted at this time. This is a part of your ascension process. Okay, as you ascend, there are going to be symptoms that you experience. Okay, you could either experience sleeping a lot, sleeping a little. You could experience just not quite feeling like yourself, having a lot of energy or having a little bit of energy. Okay, so I'm going to read this energy as well. I just wanted to give you this channel message. There's also someone that could be trying to affect your throat chakra at this time. It is karmic energy, but it seems as though they're just trying to affect your throat chakra so you're not speaking up, so you're not living in your truth, walking in your truth. Okay, so that's pretty much a sign that you are doing the right thing. So don't take it as a sign to not speak up. Okay, that is your nudge from the Most High to keep speaking up, to keep speaking on your truth, living in your truth, and being unapologetically yourself. Okay, so Four of Wands is the first card that came out. Okay, somebody is definitely celebrating at this time. You are just happy being yourself, you know, nurturing yourself, loving yourself. Okay, and it's like, you know, it took you a while. You know, it took you a while to really walk away from what no longer served you. Okay, and there are individuals that are definitely feeling salty right now. They're in your energy, and it's because they wanted to have this harmonious relationship with you, but they were not willing to nurture that connection. Okay, and then I also said correction. So it's like spirit wants you to know, like, you definitely you keep going on your journey, you know, keep healing, keep growing, and somebody's definitely being corrected at this time. They're going through a lot of karma so they can finally learn their lesson. Okay, and it's because this individual was very certain about what they were doing. Okay, and you know, they were I'm trying to figure out the best way to say this, but this individual was dabbling in dark arts. Okay, so they were doing a lot of negative things, and they thought that, you know, that was the right thing to do, pretty much. Okay, as you achieve balance, okay, this exhaustion that you're feeling, it is going to it's going to lift. You know, that weight that you could be feeling at this time, it is going to lift as time goes on, as you achieve more balance and continue to be responsible for the things that you do, the things that you say. Yeah, pretty much. And it is leading you right to your fulfillment. Okay, it's leading you right to your blessings. Okay, so I'm definitely talking to someone that definitely has a twin flame or a high level soulmate connection, or you could just be coming into union with your soul tribe. Okay, this is a fresh start for you. This is something new. Okay, you continuing to follow your instincts is going to continue to keep you on this path to this fulfillment, this emotional fulfillment, financial fulfillment. Okay, and this is something that's new for you. Okay, this path is new. All right, so you have to release the idea that you are going to experience the things that you have experienced in the past. Okay, somebody definitely needs to focus on being more present at this time. It could be like things might be triggering you as to where you are reflecting a lot on a lot of things that could have happened to you in the past. And, you know, at some point, yes, that is a part of your journey. Okay, but there is it reaches a point, right? Like a breaking point where you leave the past in the past. It is what it is, and you just keep it where it's at. Okay, and that's definitely easier said than done, but that's definitely a message that the Holy Spirit wanted you to know. Okay, you know, your goals are going to be achieved through you remaining consistent, you having a routine, working through your routine, pushing through to get the things that you need to get done. Okay, because it is also helping to fulfill your spirit. Okay, somebody definitely has suffered from depression in the past. Okay, and you know, it brought up a lot of emotions that were not, you know, not so good, but it taught you how to completely love yourself. Okay, it taught you how to really stand in your authentic energy, to really be able to depend on yourself, and to release a lot of the emotional codependencies that you may have had on the same individuals that are not in your life anymore, or individuals that you have, pulled back from. All right. And, you probably felt like, you had a good time with these individuals, and you just can't wrap your mind around why things happened the way that they did, why these individuals did or said the things that they did. Okay, it is healthy to reflect on it sometimes, but when you are constantly thinking about it, constantly worried about it, like trying to find out the whys, and sometimes that does suck, because it hurts you. It hurts you on a soul level, to where, like, why would you do this to me? I didn't do this to you. Why would you do this to me? And it's mainly because these individuals did not have the same heart that you do. Okay? You are gaining a lot of emotional stability through this reflection. All right? So make sure that you're keeping your hope. Okay? You are emotionally stable. You're not going crazy. Okay? A lot of us suffer from PTSD through individuals that, made us feel excluded, through these tower moments that we have went through. And it's like you're doing everything in your might to prevent that from happening again. Okay? But there has to be a time when you realize that you are moving with love. You feel that way because you have love within you. You feel that way because you have a soul. You feel that way because you have a conscience. Okay? People have free will. The same way an individual used their free will to hurt somebody that was not a threat to them is the same way that you use your free will to continue to love, even though you had individuals stabbing you in the back. All right? And you're using this experience to help you to move forward because you have this discernment now. So the same tricks that these individuals try to use to hold you back, they're no longer going to work anymore. They're not going to work anymore because you have grown. You have finally learned the lesson that you were supposed to learn. All right. And you use your free will to do that. You use your strength to do that. Okay. That is why it is prevalent for you to acknowledge where you've been, where you're going, and where you are at this present moment. Okay? Anything else, Holy Spirit? Yeah. You're a prayer warrior. You talk to the Most High. You have gained a lot of new perspectives on situations that hurt you. Like, period, point blank, these situations hurt you, but now you have a new perspective because you realize that someone tried to project their insecurities onto you. But at the end of the day, even though it might have caused you to stumble in the past, in the now, it's not affecting you in the way that you may think it is. All right? You are on the path to fulfilling this legacy. You are on the path to building this generational wealth. All right? And it all comes with healing that inner child, doing the journaling, doing the shadow work. Okay? That's what's going to help you move forward. Holy Spirit, clarify the Six of Cups. Yeah. Seven of Wands came out clarifying the Six of Cups. So when it comes to your past, you are to stand your ground. And you're doing that by remaining confident within yourself, by loving yourself, by looking towards the future, but also realizing how you are committing to your legacy, committing to this personal growth, committing to the Most High by loving you. All right? Because that is what these individuals didn't want you to do. They didn't want you to love yourself. They didn't want you to believe in yourself. And that is why you continue to do that. Okay? Because now these individuals are fearful. They are fearful because they're going through these conflicts, these same individuals that blamed you for everything wrong that happened in their lives. You separated from these individuals. For some of you, you've been separated for a long time. And they're still going through the same shit, still having the same problems with different individuals. So individuals around them are seeing, hey, you demonize this person, and I'm over here believing you, but it's not them. It's not them. And now they're fearful because the mask has been lifted. There's no way for them to scheme and wiggle their way out of this one, because now divine intervention is at play. All right. You moving on from the conflicts that this individual tried to put you in, you know, you moving on from the hurt and the hate that these individuals projected onto you, it led you to forgiving. Because at the end of the day, you're full of love. You embody divine love. You realize that you can love someone, but sometimes it hurts to love someone. Sometimes it hurts. Sometimes it hurts a lot. And the way that you have moved through these conflicts with grace and continue to practice forgiveness, you forgave individuals that didn't even ask for it. That is leading you to your fulfillment. Okay? I know that it may hurt. It still hurts. It might have been years, and it still hurts. But your intuition is helping to guide you on that path to completely letting go of it. Because physically, you have let go of it. But emotionally, there's still a little tidbit there. Because when it comes to our memories, there's certain things that we're not able to forget. Right? But as time moves forward, that wound, it starts to heal. Right? And for some of you, the scar is still there. You're still reminded of these individuals that hurt you because the scars are still there. For some of you, it's literal scars. I can use me as an example. I dealt with someone and I had to fight my way out. I had to fight my way out. And I was attacked relentlessly. I didn't have support from my family. I didn't have support from friends. And I literally, my wrist is broken. Every time I tried to go forward and get surgery to correct it, something always blocked me from doing that. So every time I'm not able to do a push-up because of my wrist. Every time I just see the difference in my wrist. The pain has subsided, but the scar is still there. And it has taught me to accept that this did happen to me. It did, and it hurt. But every time I see this, I realize, like, you made it. Yes, I have a scar. Yes, I have the pain. Yes, I am reminded of it. But I'm no longer angry when I look at it. I'm no longer sad when I look at it. Because this is a battle wound. A battle that I won. All right? And that is how you are to look at these scars. Okay? It could be in the form of anything. Like in my situation, I had holes in the walls all over my house. I had clothes that were ripped up. I have my kids that have witnessed the abuse that I went through, that randomly sometimes bring it up. We can't go outside all the time because sometimes they're reminded of these certain things. And sometimes his ass pops up out of nowhere like nothing happened. But it takes strength to make it through the storm. It takes strength to make it through the battle. And you have to acknowledge the fact that the Most High was always there with you. You had to go through that pain. You had to go through that heartbreak. You had to go through it. Because now, it brought you to now as to where you have learned that lesson. When somebody shows you who they are the first time, walk away. Because sometimes your life depends on it. Sometimes your children's lives depend on it. Don't allow somebody to stab you, pull the knife out. You sew yourself back up. And you allow that person to come back and reopen that wound. No more. We are standing up in our power now. We're no longer allowing our hearts to overtake our logic. Okay? And that is called having discernment. I might still care about you. I might still love you. I might still hope that you can change. But what I'm not going to do is allow you to hurt me again. I'm going to give that to God. Because at the end of the day, it's not my job to judge you. I'm not going to demonize you. I'm not going to hate you. I'm not going to talk bad about you. I'm just going to pray that you heal. All right? And that's the truth. I'm living in my truth. Are you living in your truth? Because that is the only way that things can move forward. I have learned the lessons that I needed to learn. Now I'm focused on moving forward. I will not allow you to hurt me anymore. Right? Because these individuals are emotionally blocked. They don't love themselves. Which is why when they see another individual that loves them, they attack them. Because in their mind, I don't love me. How can you love me? These individuals have been hurt so much that that is all they know. That is all they know how to show. But that doesn't mean it is your responsibility to accept the bullshit that they're trying to offer you, that they're trying to put you through. Closing messages, Holy Spirit. They didn't know what they was doing. They were stuck in a loop of negativity. They kept getting tempted by the darkness. They wasn't looking towards the divine to save them. When they did those things to hurt you, they slept like a baby. They didn't give a damn. They didn't give a damn that you was hurt. They didn't give a damn that you was bleeding. They didn't give a damn that you was terrified. Your kids was terrified. They didn't give a damn. They didn't care. They wanted to keep taking until there was nothing left. And that is why you chose to step out of your comfort zone and go towards the path that the divine lit up for you. You found your light by closing out of this toxic cycle. You have saved future generations from these karmic cycles by choosing to follow the path to enlightenment, to embody the spirit of a divine being to the point that now you're walking in your divinity. You are free. You are free. You are free from the hurt and the pain that these individuals tried to cause for you. They wanted you to be stuck. They wanted you to be stagnant, and it didn't work. Now they are stuck talking, trying to uphold a narrative that everyone clearly knows isn't true. How can you, loving yourself, make another angry? Because your light is irritating whatever dark entity that has overtaken them. They are living in a different reality right now. Because they can't see what is in front of them. They watched you evolve. If you don't think they watching you, they watched you evolve. And they will continue to watch you ascend. So keep standing in that power. Keep moving with love. Keep setting them motherfucking boundaries. You're not letting nobody play with you. I'm standing in my divinity, yes. But I'm going to get on your ass if I need to. Period. And that's what it is. Because you have done you have done a lot of work. You have worked so hard to get to this point. You have worked so hard to not let these emotions that hit you on a soul level overtake you. It took a lot of work for you to release the negativity that this individual projected onto you. Acknowledge that. Acknowledge how much work it took. Because a lot of individuals can't do it. A lot of individuals, they don't got the strength to heal. They don't got the strength to forgive. They don't got the strength to keep persevering, keep focusing, keep looking for that light. And then one day, a light bulb went off and you realize, I'm looking for the light. And you looking at yourself in that mirror and you realizing, hey, that light has been within me this whole time. That is why they chose to do what they did. Somebody wanted to dim your light and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. And now they stuck. Now they going through karma. They stagnant. They stagnant. And they don't realize the fact that they're able to wake up and open their eyes is a blessing. They don't look at it like that, but you do. You might still be struggling. You might still not be knowing how to move forward. But you still know how to pay attention to the small blessings and remain grateful for that. Every blessing that you have, you will remain grateful for. That makes space for the blessings to come in. All right? This necessary ending has caused someone to feel very lonely. Because all their demons are being illuminated. They can't hide the shit no more. They can't hide behind nothing or nobody. All right? As you continue to heal and move forward, it is leading you to finding closure. For you to have closure, it got nothing to do with nobody else but you and the Most High. That's it. If you're looking for closure anywhere else, I'm sorry, babe. That might set you back a couple steps. Don't even risk it. Talk to God. Pray. And I'm telling you this because I have been through it. And when I tell you I have been through it, like, even that is an understatement. All right? Some of you guys might still be in the midst of a storm. You are remaining in that storm because there is solitude that needs to happen. Your blessings are not going to come in unless you get away from these individuals that are making you feel like shit. You had to cut it off. You had to cut it off if you want to move forward. If you want to stay in the same place, by all means, you got free will. But if you're trying to heal and grow, this solitude needs to happen. What'd I say? You have the choice. You have the decision. Nobody else can make that decision for you. It's up to you. It's up to you. All right? If this resonated, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Continue to live in love and light. Bye.